Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and welcome to week 4 of our 45-week countdown to the best version of ourselves in the new year. And for those of you who are new, you are right on time. There is never a better time than now than to choose wellness. And for those of you who are doing the 100-day R&R challenge, raw and rebounding, we have 30 days. We are down to 30 days until the new year, and that's true for everybody. 30 days until January 1st, 2020. So people, what has been your goal? And are you in? You're obviously showing up. I'm thrilled. So if you haven't made a goal or if you've modified your goal, I'd love to hear it in the comments below so that I could support you. You know, it may be something, nothing small, let's be fair, because most of the planet doesn't even strive to be their best self. So everything matters. But I'm just saying, it could be a goal that's personal to you, right? It might be making sure that you don't kick your cat in the morning. God bless your cat. It might be choosing to say hi to a neighbor you cannot stand. It may be, as always, parking further away and walking and getting in those extra steps. It might be choosing to avoid a certain food that just doesn't serve you. It may be adding a food that does serve you. Maybe you're not a greens person, but you're going to sneak it in. You're going to figure out a way to put that, kale into a smoothie, or you're going to find a way to add a zucchini to your banana and ice cream to get in that extra vegetable. It's a good one. So I don't know what it is, but I would love to support you in achieving it. And for me, let me tell you where I'm at. So this past week, I had a lot going on, right? I mean, we had Thanksgiving. Can't believe it. It seems like forever ago. It was just a few days ago. And all my plans fell through. But not the pre-planning of an incredible salad, which was totally delicious. And instead of me pouting for sharing it, I mowed the whole thing myself. Yay, God. Hey, Mama's doing her video. Do not do that. Do not do that. Sorry, they know the rule, but things happen, right? Anyway, so I did great with that. And then my husband got his stitches out. For those of you who know, he plays Santa Claus, and the poor guy fully cut his nose, lip, mouth, the whole thing. Got 8 stitches, and tonight we very bravely got them out, and he earned a sticker for being a good little boy. It is so funny. He was a nurse before he was Santa Claus, but as you know, with most doctors and nurses, they are not good patients. So he was very brave. For me, I am eating right. Yay. My original goal was to get to goal weight by the new year. And I'm going to have to proclaim that the chances of that happening would be more than a Christmas miracle. It would be just shy of Jesus coming, and the dude has not showed up yet. But am I going in the right direction? Yes. Have I lost weight? Absolutely. Has my body changed? Look at past videos. I think you can tell, I got something going on here. But to get to goal weight, I'm on my way. Let's just put it that way. And I will continue. Absolutely. But another goal of mine has just been to accept myself. That's a really hard one. I came from really high expectations in a very critical environment, and I took all that in, and unfortunately I am my worst critic and very hard on myself. So that's a bummer, but just trying to accept myself and accept whatever that number is on January 1st, and just know that I've been honoring myself more than not. And maybe that's enough, right? So I'm going to try and sit in the grace of that, because it's all grace for me. All right, but speaking of grace, a couple of things. One, I always talk about Tanny Raw, and she's a phenom on social media. You can find her on any platform. And she just totally promotes low carb. Okay, call me tired, people. Take it back. And it's not even that late. It's only 9:45. All right. high carb, low fat, raw vegan, okay? But she promotes all health and just wants people to move in the right direction. So yay us. But anyway, one of the things that's one of her tools, which I love to implement, is, and check out the size. This cup just makes me laugh every time. This 24 ounce. The kitchen is closed with the tea bars open. And oh my goodness, it's one of my favorites, and I mention it. It's by Stash, and it's a black licorice spice. Please, it is so delicious, I can't even say. And the beauty of it is, if I haven't had all the water that I wanted to consume, all I do is drink 2 of these, and I drink them very quickly because they're so delicious, and that's 6 more cups of water. So I absolutely go to bed with my goal, which I absolutely love. Okay, another tool that I will encourage, and again, I will post these hot tips in the description of this video, and this one is the Urge Jar. And again, this is by Brooke Castillos of the Life Coach School. And if you look up the Urge Jar, though, I think Jules Blessed Vegan comes up. What? I know, because I have a great little video on it. But I even wrote the Urge Jar. And what's so fantastic about it is we have this inner child, and it's called our primal brain. And basically, it just wants to be appeased. And you can trick it. Seriously, you can use a stone, you can use a sticker, you can use whatever, and for the moment, like any child, they'll be totally content to play and hopefully leave you alone in terms of temptations and everything else. So today, oh my gosh, I did really well. It was interesting. I was in a workshop all day, and for the entire time that I was in the workshop, I had no temptations. I was totally on task, super engaged, no monkey mind, nothing. The minute it got out and I started home, I started going crazy. And then when my husband said, "Oh, let's go to dinner. You can go to dinner, right?" Because I was so brave and got my stitches out. Why don't we go to dinner and celebrate? All of a sudden, little monkey, your husband's so good to us. We always get to binge and go crazy with him. Then, God's grace, my husband said, "You decide, babe. We can go home and make something, or we could go to the restaurant." I said, "Let's go home." What? But at the same time that I said it, I promised my inner child that I was going to praise her and pay her for her bravery. And it was so brave. And then I was even brave again, and look how beautiful. What little kid wouldn't say, "Oh, give me a magic rock. I'll do whatever you say." And so the other thing was, for dinner, I had just a crazy gorgeous salad. I'm going to pay myself all of these, and look how pretty they are. I can't get it right. Anyway, I made a beautiful salad, and it had all the fun, acceptable things in my own dressing, which I loved. But afterwards, what was not on my plan was banana and ice cream, not to mention it's freezing. But I was just like, I don't know how to go to bed without it, and I could add cacao and la la la. And I was like, you know what, you don't have the calories left for that, and I can't justify it. And then I was like, but I could compromise and maybe make you something else. And so, room temperature, thank you God, I had room temperature persimmons, and they're about 36 calories each. And so I had 3 beautiful persimmons chopped up with, and I know this is a conflict for some, but not for me, some chia sprinkled on it. And it totally appeased me. And then I told myself, and the grown-up is going to have, wait for it, insanely delicious tea. So we are all super happy. And then the joy of visiting Jules Blessed Vegan. What's up, y'all? All right, so one last challenge, which I introduced over the last couple of days. This is Advent, the 24 days in preparation for the coming of our Lord for Christmas. But more importantly, and there's nothing more important than that, but he gets it, is us preparing our hearts for just joy, because what we give comes back 100-fold. So we are on day 3, but again, if you just joined us, you're right on time. And by day 3, I mean this is for tomorrow, because I am going one day ahead so that you can actually act it out. If you just joined us, I'm on the West Coast. It's only 10 to 10 at night. You still have 2 hours and 10 minutes. Today was to let someone go in front of you in line. But that could have meant you're like, well, I'm not going to store right now. How can I possibly do that? You can't. But maybe if your kid is, wanting to watch TV and you don't want to change the channel, but you let them. In a way, that's them going ahead, right? That's letting them go ahead of you in line by letting them change that channel. Maybe your husband usually takes a shower first you take the shower first, you let him take the shower first, letting someone go ahead of you. It's just the grace of considering someone else first. That was today's. Tomorrow, I said that this was going to be free and it wouldn't cost anybody anything. So you're going to have to consider this one because it doesn't necessarily have to cost anything, but it is suggested and it does cost money for the suggestion. So here it is, day 3 of the Advent Challenge. Buy a friend or a colleague a cup of coffee. Buy a friend or a colleague a cup of coffee. Now, a lot of us don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee, and neither does my colleague, meaning like my direct partner teacher. But she does drink something, and I can easily bring her a water, which she would absolutely love. You can, within your own household, again, you can make that fresh cup of coffee without the person having to ask. You're going to just show up with it. And it may not be in the form of a coffee. It might be in the form of a smoothie, right? It might be in the form of, I don't even know, almond milk. I don't know what it is, but what you are doing is without being asked, without the person even thinking it's something you would do, you're showing up with that tiny little refreshment that says, hi, thanks for being my friend or colleague. I'd like to improve your day. Here you go. Because remember, you're bringing a little bit of Christmas to someone, but you're not telling them about it. You're just doing it. Hence the reason it is a random act of kindness. All right, my friends, like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe, and let me know how you're doing in the comments below. Let me know if you're staying with those commitments to the Advent Challenge. How about raw and raw, 30 days to go? Do you need to change your goal? Change it. Have you not even shared it? Please share it. And until we talk again, best of all, know that you're blessed.